between Young and Joey Buttler, the sophomore out of Greenwood, Indiana.
Well, this is a fun one because while Young is number 7 in the country at this weight class, the mid-year transfer from Oklahoma State, Buttler's a guy that loves the scramble. He loves to get funky, he loves to get crazy in matches, and that could potentially put higher-ranked wrestlers into uncomfortable situations. And so if anyone's going to upset a ranked wrestler right here on the side of Indiana, Buttler is definitely a good choice.
And Buttler is a guy that's good at those scrambles. When you get into an awkward position, you don't bet against Joey Buttler. But Young, the senior out of Stillwater, Oklahoma, mid-year transfer from Oklahoma State, has been very strong this year. He enrolled at the University of Maryland after 3 seasons as an Oklahoma State Cowboy. Started at 149. Very good performer for one of the top teams in the country, but finds himself wrestling on the East Coast for the Maryland Terrapins.
Here's a great example of one of those funky positions. If you watch Joey Buttler wrestle, you're going to find yourself having no idea how he outrageously ended up in a position like that. But it's all a part of his approach. It's all a part of his style. And it's so much fun to watch week after week.
Buttler also has what I'm willing to bet is some of the best hair in the Big Ten. That's a beautiful, beautiful head of hair on him as well. 2 minutes to go in the first. Buttler 8-6 on the year, 4-3. In dual competition.
And he's had a tough stretch. He was pinned last week by number 4 Ethan Stiles at 149 of Ohio State. And now against number 7 Carter Young, an opportunity for him to sort of bounce back against a highly ranked opponent. He's doing a good job so far. Tricky situation against Stiles, because Stiles is another one that loves the scramble, and those two against one another, it just didn't really work for Buttler. He tried to put himself in a scramble, funky situation, ended up disadvantaged, and before you know it, it's a pin against the number 4th ranked wrestler in this weight class. And so a little bit more conservatism from Buttler right here against Young. Nice to see him potentially learning from that difficult result.
Ohio State is near the top of the Big Ten, looking like one of the teams to beat like they are most years. Penn State and Iowa also year in, year out looking very dangerous. Indiana, like we said in the open, looking for their first Big Ten win of the year. The only match they had was against Ohio State. Young is in there with a leg on Joey Buttler, trying to drive through. Didn't quite get the takedown. One of the referees was about to motion for it, but just didn't quite get the position. Buttler is hanging on by a thread right now. 45 seconds left to go in the first, trying to drive back into Young to try to get out of this awkward position. Young still going. He just barely can't get this takedown. Joey Buttler is hanging on for dear life right now.
Unbelievable defense.
Buttler flipped on his back for a second. He's got to be careful. Young just cannot quite get that takedown. And we're back to neutral. Wow, Joey Buttler just hanging on and getting back to a position. I don't know how he avoided a takedown there. That was very impressive.
That's how you survive against a highly ranked wrestler like Young. That's a takedown for Young against most wrestlers in the country. But again, something about Joey Buttler, despite not being ranked, so tricky to bring down.
4 seconds to go. Looks like we will be scoreless heading into the second. And the crowd showing their support for Joey Buttler. Last year for Indiana, he competed at 141 and 149. Went 20-13 overall, 7 bonus point wins. Did not fare very well in duels. He went just 1-4, but a big improvement for him this year in his redshirt sophomore campaign. Positive record so far in duels. He's been one of the biggest improvements on this Indiana team. And like Mary Kate said earlier, that prep that he goes through is just wild.
It seems to be paying off so far.
Trying to avoid Young from the escape, but cannot. The Oklahoma State transfer is on the board first. Buttler fires off an attack, fended off by Young. It's been tough for Buttler to really get in there with some pressure. Young is one of the better defensive wrestlers that Maryland has.
Butler's in a good place here. Again, a little bit more, this is one of the more conservative approaches you'll see from Buttler, just if you watch all of his duels across the season. But it's working out for him, and he's still putting himself in position to score against Young. Right here, here's a chance.
He hops around to the back. He wants the takedown. They're just out of bounds, and the challenge brick is in the circle. That one was really close. Joey Buttler hopping over the top of Carter Young. And the Indiana coaching staff, they want to have another look at this one.
They were quick to throw that challenge brick, which is going to be encouraging for the Indiana fans here. Let's watch this replay and see.
Coach Escobedo wasting no time to get it in there. Oh, his feet are on the edge. I think he has that one. That's really close.
But the question is, does he have control of both of those ankles while those feet are inside the circle? Gosh, we could watch that over and over again, and I'm sure we'd have a different decision each and every time. I can't imagine what it's like to be these officials in this situation.
That's just, Joey Butler's one of the more just pure athletic guys on Indiana. The hop is a big risk if you get turned on your back, but right there, I think he has it.
It's unfortunate.
Or he had it for a second. The left leg of Young kind of slipped out of there, but he's really close. We'll see if they give it to him. And they did not call on the mat stance. No takedown for Joey Buttler. I do like the decision there to challenge from Coach Escobedo. That's going to be one of your best chances to sort of flip points in your favor. So a good time to throw the brick, but it did not pan out. I think it was that right leg that just slipped out for Young that caused Buttler to not have it, but he might have it here. He does. Joey Buttler gets the 3 points after all. Looking to keep Young where he is, and now Maryland will toss out the brick into the middle. So they're going to say maybe Buttler didn't quite have that one when he flipped around up top.
But how about Joey Buttler either way? The intensity and the urgency and the patience that he's wrestling with right now after being pinned. He wasn't patient against Styles, right? Which is normal. That's his approach. That's his style. He puts himself in funky situations. He takes risks, right? But that ultimately resulted in him being quickly pinned by Styles, and now a little bit more patience, a little bit more conservatism, a little bit more awareness. He's a little bit more methodical, but still those shots are dangerous, and Young's learning that very quickly here. Buttler is going to lead at the moment. We'll see what the result of this challenge call is, because that would certainly change the map.
Yeah, it looked like he had Young around the waist. I do think they made the right decision on that first challenge. I do think Young eventually slipped the ankle out to avoid the takedown here, but we'll see what the decision is here. Buttler just sitting at the center of the mat, getting a lot of love from the crowd. Here's another look at it. He flips to the back. He's got both hands underneath on Young. Yeah, Young trying to break off with the hands there. I don't know, it's close. It's very close, just like the other one. But we'll see what we have here. And they're going to take the points away, it looks like. So a successful challenge for Maryland. Takes the takedown away from Joey Buttler. Didn't quite have the hand positioning.
Well, Butler's going to have to fight for his points in this one. If he wins it, you'll certainly know that he earned it, because he's put himself in great positions and made fantastic plays time and time again, but still, unfortunately for him, no points to show for it.
2 challenges on Joey Buttler takedowns, both go against him. He's had some time to rest up, though, from these stoppages in play. We'll see if he can mount an attack against Young. 17 seconds to go. Buttler looking, but Young is in with the leg, flips him around, and 3 points for the Terrapin. Buttler trying to get out. Couldn't quite.
And that's just a pivotal 30-second stretch there. I can't imagine how Buttler and this Indiana bench is feeling. To go from up 3-1 to down 4-0.
Buttler looking for an escape right at the end. And he cannot. Indiana bench irate right now. They thought Buttler should have had that. He's going to choose down to start the third. So an escape and a takedown could tie things up. Butler's a guy who is as dangerous as they come for a reversal with how good he is in those scramble drills. You see the fans in the stands sort of rolling their fists. That's the signal for a reversal. So we'll see if Buttler goes for that. And you see he tried to pull down the head of Young there. Now he gets the escape, and Buttler a takedown away from tying things up, but Young is going to be a tough guy to flip around.
Well, an escape and a takedown is exactly what Young did. Number 7 in the country. Can Buttler match or exceed that effort in the third period? He's got 1:38 to do it.
This would be a big upset if Joey Buttler is able to take him down, but Young firing back with 3 more points. A nice, hard-fought takedown there. And now he leads it by 6, and if you're Young, you're thinking about bonus points now. That was a huge flip of momentum. This could be huge, potentially, if Buttler can avoid the major decision.
He's got to watch his back now.
He's right on the edge of that mat. Young trying to keep him in. We saw Braxton Brown unable to get any bonus points on his win for Maryland. Young trying to get at least 4 points, which would bring Maryland very back in this dual meet. Just 45 seconds left. A lot of riding time is coming for Young. It's up to 48 seconds, so 12 more seconds of riding time would give Young the major decision barring any other scoring. Needs 12 more seconds. He's up top against Buttler. Butler's trying to drive up with the feet. Now he tried for to roll out of it there. But the riding time over a minute for Young. He's in major decision territory. 15 seconds to go. Butler put up quite the effort in this one. Had 2 takedowns go to review. Didn't get either one of them to go. And it looks like he's going to fall in this one to Young. A big win for the Terps, a major decision. Gets them back in this one.
Well done by Young, but Buttler wrestled hard. And again, no moral victories in wrestling. There's no moral victories for Buttler or this Indiana bench, but twice, you mentioned it. Both of the ranked wrestlers in these lighter weight classes for Maryland not quite able to achieve the victories of the stature that they maybe would have hoped for. And that's certainly beneficial for the Hoosiers.
We'll be back with 157 next. We're 4 matches through 10 gone. You're watching Big Ten Wrestling, the Big Ten Plus.